All right, let's talk about something that does not get talked about enough: sexual stamina. Because in life, let's be honest, we train for everything: running, lifting, holding a plank for an ungodly amount of time. But when it comes to sexual endurance, it's often assumed that it's all or nothing. Either you have it or you don't. But that's not true. See, sexual stamina, control, and endurance are trainable skills. And in this video, we're gonna talk about how. Now, when I'm referring to sexual stamina for men, generally I mean lasting longer. So things like maintaining arousal, controlling excitement, or extending pleasure. I'll be honest with you, this is a new topic for me that I am learning about, and I wanted to know what you know. So I went on my Patreon and I polled you all asking how you felt about your stamina, and if you're lacking, have you ever used any tools or products or services to help you? And I was so surprised that 90% of you did say that sometimes you struggle with stamina and know that you've never known to use any product or service, and you didn't even know things like that existed. So in today's video, we're gonna get educational and we're gonna talk about why stamina matters and what you can do to improve it. And specifically, I'm gonna be talking about the new product. Let me grab it. The LELO F2S Stamina Trainer and Stroker. Now, if you want to get straight to the info on this guy, then skip ahead. I'll put this timestamp below so you can. But for those of you who want to get nerdy with me, first we're going to talk about why men struggle with sexual stamina. So for a lot of guys, stamina isn't just physical, but it's mental as well. And it's not just about lasting longer. It's about control, being able to slow things down or regulate your excitement so you make sure you don't finish before you want to. Then we have endurance, so maintaining a strong, steady rhythm so you don't lose intensity or run out of steam. And finally, we have confidence. Because let's be honest, when you can last as long as you want to, that is a game changer. But what actually affects stamina? So the first thing we're looking at is pelvic floor strength. So if you got weak pelvic muscles, you're gonna have trouble with climax and arousal. But if you got strong pelvic muscles, you'll get better erections and you will have more control over your stamina and your recovery. Then we have arousal awareness. So understanding how your body reacts will help you pace yourself and not let the excitement just take over, which I know is really hard to do sometimes, especially when you're just in the moment. And finally, we have breathing and relaxation. Because yes, learning how to control your breath and properly breathe will actually make you last longer. This is probably one of the most underestimated or undervalued techniques that we can do to improve our sex lives, is learning how to breathe. This is something that I have not mastered yet, but it is something that I am currently working on. So let's get into Stamina Training 101. And this is where tools like the LELO F2S product comes in handy. So it's not just a pleasure device, it's actually a stamina trainer that helps you develop better control over your arousal and your endurance. Now, LELO believes that sexual performance is a skill and can be trained for. And I mean, that makes total sense because we train for everything in our life. So why wouldn't we train for sex? It's like one of the things that nobody ever explicitly trains for or that we talk about training for. And you're just supposed to either be really good at it or you're really bad at it. And if we looked at sex just like we look at developing any other skill in life, a lot of us would be so much better in bed. So the stamina trainer enhances pleasure, but it also strengthens the pelvic floor, which is key for endurance, control, and overall sexual health. I had no idea that products like these existed, and I love that more and more sex toy companies are building products that have less of an orgasm or climax focus and are more steering in the direction of sexual health and long-term health. So the first impressions that I got when I received this beautiful baby, that it had the classic LELO sleekness. Nothing weird, just compact, high-end toy, which is exactly what all LELO products are like. Just plain sexy and luxurious. So let's get into the features, shall we? Let's start with the material. So it's body safe liquid silicone with a rib-like texture. So there you could see the rib right there. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful inside. So it's super smooth and it's very easy to clean. Size-wise, it's not a full stroker as you can see. It's more of a simulator that you place over the head or the shaft of your penis. Now, remember, this product is a dual function product. So yes, it's a stroker that provides pleasure and so on, but one of the main features is that it is a stamina trainer, which we're gonna go more into in a moment. So it has 2 powerful motors and 8 pleasure settings and 6 more that are unlocked in the app. So what makes this so special? The app and all of its features. It's a stamina trainer, it provides Kegel exercises, and it has a love bridge that enables long distance connection. Yes, you heard that right. You can think of this stamina trainer as a fitness tracker for your stamina and your dick. And honestly, it's pretty genius. So now we're gonna get into how it works. I'm gonna open up the app and show you exactly what this stamina trainer is all about. So you're gonna place the stroker on the head or the shaft of your penis, and then you are gonna open your app and we're gonna get started. So as you see on this screen, okay, so once connected, you can proceed to the session. And as you can see on my screen, it will track the duration, so monitors how long you last, the calories burned, so the energy that you've expended, and the intensity, which measures your level of engagement. So we are gonna press start, and we're gonna start at intensity number 1. Okay, so I'm gonna put it close to my microphone so you can hear it. And we're gonna go all the way up to 8. Okay, so that's 1. So we're gonna go up to 2, 3. All right. 4, 5. As you can hear it, it's getting stronger and stronger, and we're gonna go all the way up to 8. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that vibration. You hear that? All right, so we're gonna go all the way back down, and then when you're ready to stop, you can stop. So as you can see here, congratulations, we are the navigator. So they gamify it a little bit, and you will receive personalized feedback and unlock an achievement badge, which is super fun, that celebrates the progress. So this makes it a little bit more fun. So it says, welcome to the path of self-discovery. Let's see how far you can go. You will notice that there are many different badges that you can achieve. So the ultimate one is called the Ultimate Lover, where you've reached the pinnacle of self-care and pleasure that only a devout pleasure seeker can. So I guess that's 14 minutes long. I wonder if it goes longer than that. What happens after 14 minutes? I'm sure there are people that can maintain an erection past 14 minutes. So if you go back to your dashboard, then you get the session overview that shows you the average duration, the longest and shortest sessions, the achievements, and your active history, which is access to a comprehensive overview of your sessions, including dates and key metrics. So the connected app also offers Kegel exercises because yes, men need to do Kegel exercises as well. If you have weak pelvic muscles, like I mentioned before, you will have trouble with your arousal and your climax. But if you're able to strengthen them, then you have better and longer erections and better stamina. So if we go back to the app and we click on the Kegel exercises, you will see Mastering the Art of Pleasure. 4-step guide to Kegels for men. And you will see that it's gamified as well. So there are 4 different steps and you can only go to the next step once you've completed the first one. So the first step is relax and breathe. So the goal is to focus on each movement to deepen your pelvic floor health. So let's try it together. We're gonna inhale, exhale. Well, that's pretty easy. I'm sure everyone can find a couple minutes in their day to do some Kegel exercises. I'm doing my woman Kegel exercises right now. All right, moving on. So one of the final features that the F2S offers, and also all the other LELO products, it's actually a feature in their app that is the Love Bridge. So this actually allows you to set up a discrete chat room and switch control from your device, from you to your partner. So when you open up the app, you would pair your toy and you would create a room, which will then give you a code that you will send to your partner. And once your partner receives the code, they will join the room, enter the code, and then you will have full access of their device and able to control them, control their intensity level, and have a little fun with each other. I mean, with technologies these days, you can just do pretty much about anything. Now, when it actually comes to testing this product, I don't have a penis, so I can't test it, but I do have a partner who has a penis. So anytime I get a male product, he is my tester. Just a disclaimer, he doesn't have a lot of experience using strokers. He's never used them before until I started making him use them for the purpose of research. And he also doesn't necessarily have issues with stamina. However, there was a Patreon member of mine who did say that they were interested in products and services to help with stamina because they wanted to start training now to prevent any challenges in the future, which, if you ask me, is an excellent idea. Prevention is always a great idea. So if you don't currently have any stamina issues, like my partner, then it still might be a good idea to train, which makes me think that I still might get him to use this, so we don't get any issues as we grow older together. So yes, so I gave it to him to try, and he was a bit hesitant at first, but when I told him that the product was meant for pleasure, but also had a focus on stamina training and gamified it a little bit through the app, he was intrigued because he is a techie and he is a data-driven guy. So when it comes to like fitness apps and trackers and stuff like that, this piqued his interest. So when I gave it to him to try, I also gave him a little bit of lube, and thanks to LELO, they always provide a little package of lube with their toys. So before putting this on your shaft or the head of your penis, just lube it up a little bit. And I was actually really surprised to hear his feedback because he's not a big fan of male strokers in general because he's a classic hand guy. And then he has me. But I was actually really surprised that he said he enjoyed this. It was super soft and really comfortable, and he really liked the vibration sensations that it was giving him. It was different than what he's normally used to with a real hand or a mouth or whatnot, but it did give him a lot of pleasure. And he did have fun using the app, and he lasted about, how long did he last? I think it was, I gotta check his stats. It was about how was it? It was about 12 minutes. I don't know. I wanna say it was 12 minutes, but maybe I'm being generous. I don't remember how long it was. But regardless, his full review was that even though he doesn't have any stamina issues and probably wouldn't use this product, if he did have stamina issues, then this would be a great product because it just feels really good. So if he had to train for stamina every day, or every couple times a day to work on that, this is definitely the product that he would have liked to use because he really enjoyed the pleasure aspect of it. So bottom line, stamina is trainable. Just think about everything else that you do in your life that you train for, especially when it comes to your health. This is just another one of those things. So if you are currently experiencing stamina issues and you want to improve that, or you are looking at training for stamina in terms of prevention, then the LELO F2S is a great tool for you to use. So if you're curious about it and you want to learn more about it and its features, I will link all the information in the description below this video. Now tell me, have you ever done stamina training before, or is this all new to you? Maybe this is something new, maybe we can make stamina training prevention a new thing. I don't know. What do you think? Drop it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, LELO, for sponsoring this video. And again, if you want to check out the F2S or any of their other luxurious, amazing products, I will put the information in the link below this video. Thank you so much for watching. Je vous aime.